Hi guys, this is Tina. Today, I was having a conversation with a friend. Well, actually, it was like last night. I was having a conversation with my friend about classic video games because he was currently starting on Earthbound and he was halfway done. It got me thinking, well, I haven't tried Earthbound yet. I should try Earthbound one day. So, we were talking about childhood video games. And the very first game that really got me into it was Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie will always be the number one thing in my heart. No matter what happens, I will always support Rareware and half of their stuff, no matter what. When I was a kid, of course, I was scared of Gruntilda. I kind of didn't. She didn't sit right with me. She was chill. She wasn't a real person. But anyway, I will always watch my brother. He was like 3 years older than me. I will always watch my brother play. I mean, he would finish them. He would finish the first one, and I would sit with him, and I'm just like, wow, I really like this game. I really like one of like there's Freezy Easy Peak was one of my favorite ones, and then you have Mumbo's Mountain where you first start off, and then you have Treasure Cove, I think Treasure Cove, I think, yeah, that one, and then you have the swamp one, and then you have Click Clock Woods was my brother's favorite. But anyway, we were talking about that, and Banjo Tooie was also another one. And so I brought that up to him. I was like, that one's a lot harder, and you have more stuff to deal with. And I still loved it because it also became a classic because it was a sequel to Banjo Kazooie. Then Rareware got bought out by Microsoft. Now I was like, well, I trust Microsoft's judgment to an extent. I trust them. Hopefully they make the right decision, and hopefully that Rareware will continue to have their originality. You can tell from my face that it was a lie. It was all a lie. Because as soon as Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts came out, I was like, well, I turned to my brother. I was like, Alex, they made a trequel, a, a tri sequel to our game. He's like, oh, really, Tina? Should we try it? Because this is not Banjo 3. I turned to my brother. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll try it. So we tried. There was this little kind of like demo for Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, kind of when the Xbox 360 was popular. We did not like it. We didn't. We did not. We did not. We just didn't because the lettering was so small and it did not look the same. Period. I know there are a lot of people like me are like, this is disgusting. Where's Banjo Threeie? Or, there are some people that are against it. They're like, Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is amazing. It's just different. It's outside the box. I mean, it's not the same. It's not repetitious like Banjo Kazooie. Whatever, yada, yada, yada. To me, I was promised Banjo 3, but I wasn't promised. And that sucked. Banjo Kazooie and Nuts and Bolts should not be about a racing game. It was never meant to be a racing game. No, that's not meant it was not meant to be like that. It was supposed to bring nostalgia. I would understand it more if it was kind of remastered and looked the same. So it's like, all right, I'll accept that. It's just like the remastered version or the remake version of the Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. It's to me, I would have expected it kind of like that, where it wasn't as blocky, but it was the whole game foundation itself would be a lot smoother. But no, Microsoft, you messed it up. You messed up a lot of people's hearts and a lot of people's emotions. Now, I don't know how true this is, but apparently Rareware kind of got their stuff back. So I'm hoping, Rareware, is this a thing to you? I want you to please refix Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts and go back to Banjo 3 and finish the concept for it. Please. At least make it so where it makes sense. Because Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts did not make sense. It was not meant to be modernized. That's like making Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls franchise modernized. It will look like a rejected version of Assassin's Creed, but with dragons and magic and robots. No, it was not meant to be like that. And a bunch of people, I'm hoping a bunch of people kind of, in a way, kind of side with me on this. It was supposed to bring nostalgia and the feeling of childhood in your heart when you play a game. So you can understand my disdain and my disappointment when it comes to me looking at nuts and bolts. I was not expecting that. Who cares about the outside of the box thing? That's not the point. We haven't been out the box before. Look at Jack and Daxter Lost Frontier. Look how out the box that was, and that was a complete reject. And a bunch of Jack and Daxter fans are like, "This never existed." So I'm gonna pretty much be the same thing with nuts and bolts. It never existed, so I'm waiting for Banjo Threeie. Now, I will like to hopefully see this coming. I want this to happen more than anything in the world, and I'm pretty sure that you got a bunch of people who think the same way as you. I know I've been repeating myself, but dang blasted, Rareware, you need to fix it. You have to fix it. Microsoft is not allowed to go ahead and touch any of the games anymore because Jesus Christ, you can't do that. I'm sorry. You just can't. You can't. You just can't. That's why when people have played Banjo Kazooie, being an avid fan as they are, because you have avid fans of the franchise and people who love Banjo Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, when they played it, they're like, "The fuck is this shit? Who just put together cars and a bear and a bird?" No. And also, at the same time, Banjo will never be that lazy, even though he sleeps a lot. I don't think he'll be that lazy. Kazooie, her her sarcasm kind of flopped. So it was just like, well, that's not what Kazooie's supposed to do. She's not supposed to flop in all of her snide comments. She's just like a sassy bird, like a peacock. Like, she's supposed to be really snide, but it didn't happen that way. And then, you know, that's pretty much it. And hopefully, if they do finish this, I would like to know what the fuck happened to Tootie. That's the first thing I want to know. You saved her in Banjo Kazooie, and then all of a sudden in Banjo Tooie, you just got like a picture of her face that says missing. The fuck she do? Just jump off a cliff? What the heck happened? Where did she go? Did Grundzilla eat her after all? Or please explain this to me, because she kind of went missing and nobody really explained what happened. Did they explain it in like a little side story? And in like a Game Boy Advance thing? I don't know. They just left it there and just like, oh hey, check this out. No, that's I want to know what happened, or at least make it so where 2D is actually an actual playable character, and she's a lot older, where she can actually take on her own stuff. Because in all honesty, to me, that actually sounds pretty cool to actually have another playable character where you're able to switch out like you did with Banjo Tooie, where you can choose either Banjo or Kazooie. You can do either one of those. It would be pretty cool to go ahead and see that happen again in Banjo 3, where not only you do Banjo, Kazooie, or Mumbo, I'm sorry, I forgot about him, or Mumbo, but you have Banjo or Kazooie or Mumbo or even Tootie, because maybe she could find her own self. Because I mean, Banjo, I mean, they're related. I could only imagine that she can either have a healing ability or she can actually fight her own. Just food for thought, really. But yeah, Rare, get on that. Make another fucking Banjo Kazooie already. Make another one. I would like to see more of this. I would like to see more of the originality. I would like to see more of the nostalgia. I would like to see more of this. Or I'm gonna get them. I would be going like this the whole time until you get it right. And a bunch of people are probably doing the same thing too, because they've been waiting far too long for Banjo 3. So that's pretty much about it for my rant. I didn't even do my inspirational quote for my last video, so I'm going to do two. My first inspirational quote: no matter what you dream, you can always achieve it by changing your mind that will ultimately change into your reality. Now, for my second one, my second inspirational quote: childhood is where the nostalgia is. You can take it how it is. I don't know. I'm drinking Monster, so I'm just kind of haven't really slept. So obviously for my makeup, that looks really horrible. But anyway, I think that will be it. I will see you guys tomorrow in another video. So please like and subscribe. Share your thoughts. Go ahead and comment, which I don't mind. I am very optimistic and I'm very open minded when it comes to, actual debates. So feel free to do so. All right, Tina out.